everyone, and thank you for joining me here. I'm Jess, your Down to Earth Oracle, and this is going to be your January Tarot Tidbit. We're going to talk about how time works in tarot with me specifically. Now, timing of things can be really difficult, right? That's one of the big reasons why people don't often, trust psychics or go to them, because the outcome isn't quite one as tangible as we expect it to be. But two, also the timing of things can really, really vary. Some readers say, within 24 hours, within 72 hours, within, they set parameters for their readings. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But there's also this idea that time is fluid. Time is not necessarily linear, especially in the world of tarot. So what does that mean? Right? You're like, you just said, Jess, that, people put, parameters on their readings, right? I do the same thing. Like if you are of the Patreon level where you look at the weeks, you get the weekly heads up, right? I record those videos well in advance, a month sometimes in advance, depending on the timing of things, because I set specific parameters, but my parameters are small, right? But when we look at general readings, when we look at love readings, sometimes that energy, is really fixed. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes during the reading, it's like, yes, these things are coming, right? But it's like this idea of there's this ball rolling towards you. And sometimes that ball gets delayed. And sometimes that ball just smack right on shows up on time, right? Right. So you get some readers doing their readings a week ahead of time and presenting them a week ahead of time. I find for me that my particular flavor of reading, because everybody's a little different, right, is that my readings pick up on the current energies, but also can have a delayed reaction of up to 6 months. Like, no joke, 6 months. I've been doing this for 25 years, so I've been paying attention to how this works, right? And I have had people come back to me and say, oh my God, Jess, yeah, we talked about this and it didn't make sense at the time. And I will literally say, if it doesn't make sense now, give it some time, give it a few weeks, maybe give it a month. Sometimes I get the message of when to kind of expect these things to start coming in. But there is that uncertainty, right? Because other things can happen. It's that chaotic ballet of the universe. There are things that even I don't see, right? Otherwise, dear God, I wouldn't have to be doing this for a living, right? I would have won the lottery by now and be sitting on a beach sipping on a cocktail. but the way time works is sometimes other things have to come into play, and those things aren't always available or seen. I mean, that's the spice of life, right? Getting a little bit of spontaneity in things. But at least when you get the readings with me, you do get a heads up. You get a heads up that, hey, this energy is sitting out there. It'll probably give you a good 6 months out there before it comes in sometimes, or it might be like smack dab now. It just varies, and it just depends. Now, if you're looking at this from a business a business forecasting, right, which is one of the services that I offer, we do quarterly check-ins, right? And it's the same concept of this quarter, there's going to be this energy. Next quarter, there's going to be this energy. Do I know the specific date and time of how this is going to work? No. But I have put in like these little bubbles, this beautiful framework of how to make that work and how to make that happen. So there's this other side of it too, is that, we have this in the tarot reader world, we have this timeless tarot. And it's that idea of you find the messages when you're supposed to. So that's why people put playlists up. Like if you're watching my YouTube channel, and by the way, if you are tired of the ads, you can join at the $20 a month subscription level here, and you get ad-free content. And you can cross-watch all you want. It's a bonus. So it's this idea of, you stumble upon the messages when you're meant to hear them, because you are in your own time path. And you just happen to join up and hear that message exactly when you need it. It's those beautiful synchronicities that happen in life. It's that spice of life. It's that variety. And, my accuracy percentile is about 98%. There are some times where it's just flat out wrong, or things change completely differently, and if that is you, please come talk to me, obviously. But it could be that there are other things going on that are not fully fleshed out, is a lot of the time, or I'm picking up on somebody else that is being in the forefront of your mind. That can happen as well. So I mean, it's not perfect, right? I mean, that's why we're all psychics, right? There's a little bit of that ambiguity space of like, why would I come see you? You can't give me, hard, concrete, fact, actual results. And it's like, actually, I can. But your interpretation of it has to be fluid. A good tarot reading, which will be, actually, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave that there because that'll be another topic for another tarot tidbit of what makes a good tarot reading. I'm going to go write that down. But anyway, so I hope this explains a bit more about the fluidity of time with readings and that this January season has been wonderful for you. There has been really good energy out there. And this concludes this month's Tarot Tidbit.